Welcome to another episode of Screen Time to Dream Time, where we learn about how to make tech life balance a reality, how to reduce screen time. I'm your host and host, Bhavika Maheshwari. So, in our last episode, we discussed about the double edged screen, and in conclusion, we got to know that, balance is really very important. And secondly, mobile is neither good nor bad, it just depends on how we use it. But today we are exploring a very crucial topic, which is from balance to burnout. Now, what really balance to burnout really is? So, we are going to understand about these two terms. So, firstly, see, burnout is more than just feeling tired, it's a state of emotional, mental, and physical exhaustion. It is caused by prolonged stress. And mobile addiction can lead us to burnout. But balance, on the other hand, is about harmony between technology use in real life. It's not about eliminating tech entirely, but using it mindfully. I guess this is the most important thing to understand, that when we talk about mobile addiction or screen time, if we want to make a healthy relation with our life and tech and want to reduce our screen time, so it's not that we have to eliminate tech entirely, and which we cannot do also, because as we are living in 21st century, and being connected is, it's kind of like a crucial thing. So what I'm really trying to say, that it's not, you don't have to eliminate tech entirely from your life. It's just that you need to use it mindfully. And if you understand this simple line, I guess your whole mobile addiction thing, your whole, why you're so much addicted to your screen, it gonna solve. So it's just that, don't eliminate tech, but it's just you have to use it mindfully. Now, take a moment to reflect on your mobile habits. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions, that how many hours do you spend on your phone daily? You can go into settings and you can see your digital well-being or screen time, and from that you can check it out, that how much time you really spend on your phone. Second question is, do you check your phone first thing in the morning and last thing at the night? This is something which we talked in our first episode also. And third, but most importantly, do you feel anxious or restless when you can't check your phone? Or it's like when your phone is not around you, you feel empty. You feel like there is something which you really want to do, but you can't. So you can share your answers on Instagram DM on Bhavika Maheshwari Official, or you can send it on Digital Discipline Drive. Now, I'll also share my own experience with this burnout to balance. That, you know what, I used to check my phone constantly, fearing that I would miss something really very important. But later, I realized that I was missing out on real life connections. I'm always on my phone. I'm watching reels. So now let's come back to burnout to balance. See, now we'll understand this burnout term. Burnout is like a car running on empty. You're exhausting your mental, emotional, and physical resources. Imagine driving a car without checking the fuel gauge. You'll eventually run out of gas. We check our phones 150 times per day on average. And that's like checking your phone every 6.4 minutes. No wonder we feel burned out. Now, burnout is similar. You are, kind of like depleting your energy reserves without replenishing them. Mobile addiction accelerates this process. So, think of mobile addiction like having a constant companion who never leaves you, who never leaves your side. It's like having a shadow that follows you each and everywhere you go, and it's keep always demanding for our attention. So we have talked about burnout. Now let's come to balance. So now we got to know the problem, what the problem really is. But now let let us get to know that how we can balance it. Firstly, think of your energy levels like a battery. Mobile addiction is like Keeping your phone on 24/7 drains your battery. Now balance is about recharging. Imagine your battery have three levels. First level is 100% charge, which is, it's fully charged, you are very productive, you are very focused. Second is 50% charged. It means you are partially charged, you are functioning but struggling. Third, 0%. You are completely drained, you are just burned out. Now, mobile addiction keeps your battery in the red zone. It means it keeps your battery at 0%, which means your energy is completely drained, and because of that, you feel burned out. For example, imagine using your phone for social media, which drains 20% of your battery, email drains 15% of your battery, gaming drains 30% of your battery, and then your reels short, it also drains a very big amount of percentage of your battery, and before you know it, your battery is dead. Now what's the sign of this addiction? Now how do you get to know that you are addicted to your phone? So look out for these three signs. First, you check your phone first thing in the morning and last thing at the night. Second, you feel anxious or restless when you can't check your phone. Third, you spend more than 4 hours a day on your phone. Fourth, that you neglect your important task and relationship just because you are really very busy on phone. So see, mobile addiction, it's just like being stuck in a maze. You can't find your way out. Imagine navigating a complex maze. Every turn leads to more dead ends. Mobile addiction is similar. You check your phone, you feel anxious, then you check your phone, you feel anxious, check again, and so on. So, this is kind of like a loophole. So, yeah, and you are trapped in this endless loop. So, picture this, you are walking through a maze with no map. Every turn leads to a new dead end, and you are lost and disappointed and disoriented. So, mobile addiction is like being lost in that maze where you don't, have map, you are just walking, and every turn is a new dead end, and you feel lost, disoriented, and also burnout. Now, mobile addiction, it also can lead to mental health issues, sleep disorders, social isolation, and decreased productivity. Mobile addiction is kind of like pollution. It contaminates your mind, body, and relationship. Imagine living in a polluted city where the air is toxic. Now, air is toxic, it means anxiety and depression. Second, water is contaminated, it means sleep disorders. Third, the soil is degraded, it means social isolation. So, mobile addiction pollutes your life in a very similar way. So, breaking free from mobile addiction, it's like quitting from a bad habit. Think of it like this: you are carrying a very heavy backpack. Every step feels burden and you can't move forward. So, breaking free from mobile addiction is like removing that backpack. For instance, you remove the first weight. It's like rather than removing that whole backpack, firstly, we should try to remove what's inside that backpack. And what we are really trying to do over here is that firstly, you remove the first weight, which is limiting your social media. I guess this is really very important, that you need to set some boundaries, which I guess I have discussed about setting boundaries in second episode, but it really very important that we really need to set few boundaries for ourselves. Then you feel when you feel lighter and then freer, you continuing removing weights. You can, set boundaries, like for this amount of time I have to do this and that. So balance is like a puzzle. fit technology into your life, don't let it consume it. And think of balance like a seesaw. When technology use tips the balance and adjust. Imagine two children are on seesaw. The first side represents technology use and the other side represents real life activities. For example, if you spend 1 hour on social media, the seesaw tips. So you adjust it by reading 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes to 1 hour. You are reading some books, fictions, novels, so your seesaw is balanced. So how much amount of time you are giving to social media? You are watching reels which are really not contributing anything to your life. So you have to give that amount of time to productive things which may build you to a really very good, a happy and a productive person. So, from burnout to balance is possible. Recognize your signs of mobile addiction, break from this unhealthy habit, and achieve balance. So, I guess, yeah, that's it for today's episode. Subscribe to Screen Time to Dream Time on Spotify and also on YouTube. Share this episode with a friend or family member who really want to hear this. And also, thanks for tuning in. See you in the next episode.